Y'all is so silly acting. Ain't nobody finna play with y'all. Y'all don't be judging me. Great morning. Somebody, I'ma sing it too. I'ma told the people them what the Lord was trying to have told me and stuff, baby. Some people gonna understand it and some people ain't. But baby, if y'all, I don't even know how that song end up on my cellular device. Great morning. Great morning. Great morning, great people. Welcome to this morning's message, y'all. I hope y'all are doing well. I hope you're feeling good. Happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday. Baby, Lenny said, you see why I think put you over? Child, they is trying to give you this love. Not me, because I don't want, I'm just saying I'm not trying to take the love from nobody. But you know what I have meant and stuff. Great morning. How are y'all doing this morning? Happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday. Welcome to this morning's message. Welcome to Bible Clarity. Y'all come in, come in, come in. Tap the screen, share the live, share the love. Today is a great day and great and amazing things are going to happen for us today. It is Tuesday. I'm still a little under the weather, y'all, so y'all work with me. I'm still a little stuffy, still a little tired, but we gonna get this word, okay? So come in, like the live, share the love, drop something in the chat that you're grateful for. Let's get in the flow of abundance. Today, the message is gonna be good. Y'all, God is doing something. Like I don't even know everything He doing, but you can just kind of tell because things are beginning to sync up and align. And um I got an understanding of not 333. We ain't doing angel numbers today, are we? I don't think so. Y'all, no, we did that. Child, we did angel numbers like 4 days in a row. We don't need no more. I'm do it. Anyway, 2222 might be important for some of y'all. It was definitely important for me today. We'll talk more about that in a minute. Great morning. Um, Wait a minute, what? Would you like to get some help by getting genuine votes from Facebook users? I don't think so, honey Wunny. Good morning, Devin. Good morning, honey Wunny. Devin is checking in on the IG side of the street. Y'all know I can't be going back and forth, so I be trying to make sure I'm trying to do what the Lord had told me to do and be over here on this side of the street. Okay, so y'all make sure y'all show me some love on the IG side of the street. Shout out to my moderators, Blue Bayou, Jay Causey in the building. Great morning, y'all. Great morning. Um, y'all, it's a lot that's happening. I got some instructions that I have to give for this morning. Y'all know today is Tuesday. It is prosperity, clarity. So it's money, 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 money. It's money day. Okay, so we're going to use the prosperity, clarity deck, which I don't have sitting out, but I'm going to get my life in order. Don't be judging me. We're gonna use the prosperity clarity deck and see what we need to know. The Lord gave me some instructions, child, but y'all know we got to do Bible clarity first. Now, I wish I could show. Okay, let me just tell y'all would think I was not telling the truth. Now I'm gonna use these today, right? Now I'm gonna keep this card, but the only reason I'm gonna keep this card because I didn't know it was at the bottom of the deck. Because when I put these up, I'm literally look. Can y'all see the number? Wait a minute. I can't see. See, that's the thing about being on IG, man. I can't see my screen, so I be using the other screen. So for some of y'all, you see the number 66. Look what's at the bottom. I wasn't even planning on doing this. We finna do Bible clarity first, but just so you're aware that I ain't making it up. Can y'all see the number 66 right there? And I literally am looking at a crane. The reason I wrote the number 66 down is because I looked up in the Lord, the number 66, which is an angel number in one of my decks, right? In the angel numbers deck. It always lets me know I'm going in the right direction. So I happen to look up and I say, 66. Okay, because I'm kind of parked in a different place, right? Now, I didn't know that this was at the bottom of the deck, but I'll tell you what, I received it. So I'm not going to look at what else is up under that. Well, we're going to be using that card. I'm not even going to read what's on it yet. I just received the confirmation and the synchronicity. That's the only reason I wrote the number 66, because I saw it on that little crane thing where I'm sitting. Anyway, I'm back. Great morning, Mimi. Great morning. Mimi says, I'm grateful for God's presence in my life. Indeed and amen. He always be showing up. If you are new to the community, welcome. We are so happy and so grateful that you are here. We are going to start with Bible clarity, y'all. We are in the book of Job, Job 7 and 8, Job 7 and 8. and then we gonna hop into this morning's message, and I feel like it's gonna be good. I also know this. Good morning, Diosa. Good morning. Um, I'm not going to be doing meditation. Remember, I said that yesterday. I was like, oh, I might come in. Come on, committed to serve. We received that. Remember, I said yesterday, I was like, I might start coming in at 8:45 to do meditation. The Lord said it's a no. It's a whole no. It's a negatory. I'm not going to be able to do that. Good morning, Metro the Pro. Good morning, Honey Bunny. Y'all, tap the screen, share the live, share the love. Why? Because the Lord said your prayer time needs to be personal. Yes, meditation can be very powerful in groups, but one of the things he was very specific about, he was like, I'm not going to you can't force nobody to give me the time that they want to give. So where he said you gave them an explanation, you gave them an understanding of the importance of prayer, meditation, whatever you want to call it. He said, so now it's up to you to decide if you're going to give the Lord that time. So no, I'm not going to be doing meditation anymore. I'm not going to be coming in. I'm just going to be doing 9 a.m. message because that's what Padre God has said. Okay, so choose to give him those 15 minutes of your day at the minimum, right? To help get your day started. Okay. All let's do it. Let's get to it. We are in the book of Job this morning. We're in the book of Job, Job 7 and 8. I have a better understanding of why the Lord has us going through and doing this Bible clarity, y'all. And this is not the first time that we'll be going through the Bible. This is the first time that we're going through this translation of the Bible. The next time I go through the Bible, it will be with the Message Bible. Okay. So if you don't have a Message Bible, make sure you get one. We got a good ways to go because this is my study Bible. I would suggest to anybody, if you don't want like a hands-on Bible, get you a study Bible and get you the Message Bible as well, so it can simplify and break down the things that you need to know. Okay, the things so you can have some understanding of what we're reading. Job 7 and 8. Job 7 and 8. That's what we're reading today. Y'all tap the screen, share the live, share the love. Good morning, Cherie. Good morning. I got to get with you about a potential project that may be necessary for the BYOB Expo. So don't forget to send me a text when you get off work or something, because I need to ask you if there's something that you're capable of doing, because we're going to need it for the BYOB Expo that's happening 8/8. Ready? Oh, let's do it, y'all. Let's do Job 7 and 8. Y'all don't be no hater. Don't be no hater, okay? Because y'all know I can't see without my spectacles. Job 7 and 8. So let's recap. And there's a box here that talks about rest. So we know that basically Job just gave a response to his friend in regards to his suffering. He basically, Job said, I ain't do nothing. I ain't even do nothing. I don't know why the Lord is doing, why all this stuff is coming up against me. We know that Job has lost everything, Lord. Everything. He has lost everything, and he's like, I ain't even do nothing. So his friends trying to convince him that you had to do something. That's basically what the long and short of this is, right? You had to do something, because otherwise, why would the Lord be allowing all this stuff to come up to you? And Job is standing on his business, standing on business. He ain't do nothing. Okay, so all to do it, let's get to it. Here we go. I know it'd be crazy, right? Man, if people really understood that everybody who be on these lives going to be so abundant and so blessed, we'll talk about it in a minute. Here we go. Job 7, Job 7. Is not all human life a struggle? Listen, we can stop right there at the first sentence, can't it? Is not all human life a struggle? Anybody been through some struggle? You know what? Let me keep going. Our lives are like that of a hired hand, like a worker who longs for the shade, like a servant waiting to be paid. I too have been assigned months of futility, long and weary nights of misery. Lying in bed, I think, when will it be morning? But the night drags on, and I toss till dawn. My body is covered with maggots and scabs. Hold on, Joe. What? My skin breaks open, oozing with pus. I can't even imagine it. I don't care what nobody say. I don't, that's what y'all know I don't do maggots. I don't do them on no level. I got distracted, but let me just talk. I don't do, I don't do them on no level. Okay. So Job cries out to God. My days fly faster than a weaver's shuttle. They end without hope. Oh God, remember that my life is but a breath. and I will never again feel happiness. You see me now, but not for long. You will look for me, but I will be gone. Just as a cloud dissipates and vanishes, those who die will not come back. They are gone forever from their home, never to be seen again. I cannot keep from speaking. I must express my anguish. My bitter soul must complain. Am I a sea monster or a dragon that you must place me under guard? I think my bed will comfort me and sleep will ease my misery, but then you shatter me with dreams and terrify me with visions. Come on, iPop word of the week. I would rather be strangled, rather die than suffer like this. I hate my life and don't want to go on living. Oh, leave me alone for my few remaining days. What are people that you should make so much of us, that you should think of us so often? That's in one of the Psalms. For you examine us every morning and test us, Psalms 8, and test us every moment. Why won't you leave me alone at least long enough for me to swallow? I'm sorry, that's not funny, but man, if I have sinned, what have I done to you, O watcher of all humanity? Why make me your target? Am I a burden to you? Anybody ever blamed God and felt like God was punishing you? That's how this is what this sounds like for me. Why not just forgive my sin and take away my guilt? For soon I will lie down in dust and die. When you look for me, I will be gone. So here's another one of Job's friends, Bildad's first response to Job. Then Bildad, the Shuhite, replied to Job, how long will you go on like this? You sound like a blustering wind. Does God twist justice? Does the Almighty twist what is right? Your children must have sinned against him, so their punishment was well deserved. But if you pray to God and seek the favor of the Almighty, and if you are pure and live with integrity, he will surely rise up and restore your happy home. And though you started with little, you will end with much. Come on, end with much. Well, that was a prophecy in itself, wasn't it? Because we know he's going to end with much. Just as the previous generation, pay attention to the experience of our ancestors. For we were born but yesterday and know nothing. Our days on earth are as fleeting as a shadow. But those who come before us will teach you. They will teach you the wisdom of old. Can papyrus reeds grow tall without a marsh? Which part? How people don't think that's a whole nother message for a whole nother day. But we got to learn from the ancestors and them, don't it? Like why I feel how I feel. Listen, don't come over here with no religiosity in your spirituals, because we ain't on that, okay? We got to learn from the ancestors, and most of it, and last time I checked, the ancestors and them was in the spirituals. Anyway, I'm back. Can marsh grass flourish without water? While they are still flowering, not ready to be cut, they begin to wither more quickly than grass. The same happens to all who forget God. The hopes of the godless evaporate. Their confidence hangs by a thread. They are leaning on a spider's web. They cling to their home for security, but it won't last. They try to hold it tight, but it will not endure. The godless seem like a lush plant growing in the sunshine, its branches spreading across the garden. Its roots grow down through a pile of stones. It takes hold on a bed of rocks. But when it is uprooted, it's as though it never existed. That's the end of its life, and others spring up from the earth to replace it. But look, God will not reject a person of integrity. Come on, Lord. Nor will he lend a hand to the wicked. He will once again fill your mouth with laughter and your lips with shouts of joy. Those who hate you will be clothed with shame, and the home of the wicked will be destroyed. Let me read this box, because the number 711 came back to me again this morning. This talks about Job 7, 1 through 11. In this hauntingly modern confession of overwhelming fatigue, pain, and despair, Job voices the deepest needs and longings of the human soul. His personal tragedies, including the loss of his wealth, his family, and his health, and nearly his faith in God. He wakes up unrested, drags himself through the day, and falls into bed exhausted but unable to sleep. Job's suffering has led him to feel alienated from God and from other people. But here he cried, this sounds like the wilderness, but here he cries out to God in honest anguish, pleading for relief from his pain. When you are exhausted and feel that you can't go on, remember that the first step toward healing and rest is to pour out all that you are feeling to the God of the universe. This is not from the Message Bible. I'm reading from the NLT. The next time I do the Bible will be from the Message Bible. Okay. The end. So basically, God is like, Job is like, Daddy, why? Why are you doing this? Why am I going through this? Why am I experiencing this? Why is this happening to me? You done took everything from me, my health, my wealth, my money, my family, now everything messed up. So you better tell the Lord when and ask him. I don't know, because I be asking Daddy. I'll be like, Daddy, why? Why? But I actually understand now, because when I say at the wilderness, it feels like for me, and this is just me, my opinion, right? That's just like Job went through those trials. It's a test to see, like, are you going to allow me to restore you? Are you going to turn your back? Are you going to go back to, I don't know, they just said worldly ways? I'm gonna just have to keep praising. I'm gonna have to keep believing, because I'm a firm believer that there's nothing that the Lord doesn't allow to happen to us. If there's got to be a reason. And so even in our testing, in our trials, it's like we can't not experience it. We can't not go through some things. But child, listen, the way your faith be strengthened when you go through these trials and tribulations, and we gonna see that even though he took some things from Job, and I don't feel like that hurt ever goes anywhere, I do feel like the Lord will replace it. He ain't gonna never forget his first round of children. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord is going to replace it to where just because he stayed faithful. So that's what I believe. I believe that if the Lord removes, he replaces, but he replaces with an upgrade. And so the rest of it's so like the book of Job, y'all, I ain't gonna lie, it's so long, because what we getting ready to do is, it's like they finna just be going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And so we gonna push through it, because that's our assignment, right? But we just gonna be going back and forth, talking about the goodness and the not so goodness, and the goodness and everybody trying to figure out the explanation. And the great part of Job ain't to the end, and we on the beginning. So go back and get some understanding and some clarity from the Bible. Ask the Lord, especially if you're going through something. I feel like everybody going through something, y'all. We cannot skip that step. But I also feel like the Lord is in a season of restoration, and we're moving in the right direction. All to do it. Let's get to it, y'all. Tap the screen, share the live, share the love. Now I'm gonna keep this. I'm not gonna look at what's up under it yet. Let's talk about the message this morning. Come on, 9/11. So drop this in the chat. A little something, a little something, uh, a little something. So as I was up this morning and studying, and it was like, okay, Lord, what are we gonna talk about today? The Lord talked about a little something. Look what's up under it, the heart. And I said I wasn't gonna look, and I ended up looking anyway. A little something. So one of the things that I tell y'all all the time is that can I just tell y'all the example that the Lord gave me this morning was it 2 fish and 5 loaves? 2 fish and 5 loaves. And I say, well, Lord, I don't even know exactly what you know what I'm saying, what he was trying to make me understand with that. 2 fish and 5 loaves. The Lord don't need a whole lot to start with. Now, he gave me a very specific example of faith. And I'm not going to say what this is or who it is, but I'm just going to say he used a very specific person this morning to give me this message, right? And so this harvest being up under the bottom is letting me further know that I'm going in the right direction. A little something, okay? So most of us, we're trying to get something. We praying and we're asking the Lord for something to come in, child. And the Lord's like, I want to give you what you're asking for, but you got to start with something. You got to give me something to work with. I think a lot of times I'll be like, oh, you got to give me something you got to give the Lord something to bless. You got to give him something to work with. You got to give him a little something. Now, sometimes you ain't got no money, so you ain't got money to give, but you have time, you have energy, you have attention that you can give him or to others when you ain't got money to give. most of the time, most of us, we praying for financial blessings, and today is prosperity clarity. So come on, the real challenge. And so the Lord is trying, it's like he's wanting us to understand how you start receiving the financial blessings. Does that make sense? So that's what he had me studying today. It's like we be praying for money, we be praying for the money to start flowing, but most of the time the reason the money ain't flowing is because we're not giving to get, we're giving to get instead of giving just to make that faith deposit, if that makes sense. So for a lot of us, we asking the Lord for money, child, and he want to give us the money. He wants to give us the resources. He wants to give us the finances, but we have to look at what are we giving the Lord to work with? Just know this. I'm gonna give the Lord something to work with. Now, I don't know what your seed is. I don't know. I had to plant a seed myself this morning because the Lord said, you got to give me something to work with. Okay, Lord. Now I feel like I try to plant seeds as much as I can. And some of you are doing some things that you ain't even telling nobody about, and that's actually what's getting ready to open up the abundance for you, the harvest for you. And you may think that whatever you're doing is not going to benefit you or profit you, or you're not going to receive because you may feel like you've been planting for a long time. But I need somebody to know, based on what the Lord told me this morning, that that little seed that you think you planting that you think ain't doing nothing, what's going to reap the big harvest. Okay. And that's the thing about it is, it's like, y'all, the Lord, and which part I know, because it's like people, us not understanding that we think we got to plant the whole field, and the Lord said, I don't need nothing but a little something. I don't need nothing but a seed. Y'all know we talk about the mustard seed of faith all the time. The Lord said, I only need a little bit to work with. The 2 fish and the 5 loaves fed the 5,000, and so He's like, I don't need but a little bit to work with. The other example that He showed me this morning, I can't make this up, man. The other example that He gave me this morning was when He was talking about Elijah. And this is something that I have really, really studied out. When the Lord first sent me to read the book, read about Elijah and the woman with the oil, the Lord had me on that, studying that this morning, y'all. Like, I cannot make it up. I don't be knowing all the time, which is why I had to move this live until 9 a.m. because from 4 a.m. until I come on here, y'all, the Lord got me studying, so I know exactly what the message is going to be. He knows that on Tuesdays we dealing with money, right? And so the two examples he gave were the 2 fish and the 5 loaves, and then he gave the next example of the woman who had the oil, and she didn't have but a little bit. And Elijah said, child, go and get every bottle, every container, everything that you can find to put some oil in. So they went to and I heard it just as clear. You think you ain't got enough, but the Lord said, I only need a little bit to work with. So what did he do? She didn't have but a piece of oil, and the oil just kept on flowing. So the Lord said, I only need a little something to work with. So whatever it is that you think is not enough, the Lord said that's what He's going to multiply. Does that make sense? That's what He's going to multiply. He don't need a whole lot. He don't need you to feel like you got to have everything, because whatever you come on 44, whatever you're going to get is going to come from Him anyway. We trying to create a harvest. So the Lord, y'all know yesterday, and we had those two cards, and one of them I could actually see the seed, right? I'm gonna pull it just because it's right here and I can see it. The seed, right? All he needs is a seed. So God said, what seed are you going to plant? He's not gonna stop talking about it, y'all. He's not going to stop talking about it because we trying to create a harvest, and everybody is not going to understand this message, and everybody ain't going to receive it. But I'm me. Oh, I receive it and do and meant it. Why? Because I'm expecting a harvest. It's so some of this is going to go over people's heads. It's why I said the same thing yesterday. Come on, feeding. Listen, and there's some wheat on there. It's why I said, like I told y'all yesterday, you be worried about the numbers and the followers. The Lord said everybody ain't ready to receive a harvest. You can't make people ready for what they ain't ready for. But you finna be an example of understanding what the seed means. And I don't mean, yes, this is your business or whatever. This is you actually understanding that God is the seed. Do you understand? Like, God is the seed. The more knowledge we receive on planting, the more knowledge we receive, the more that we can create the harvest. Most people don't want to spend the time to do that. Does that make sense? So, because let me just be honest. I'm like, Lord, I moved this live to 9 a.m. First thing I said, well, maybe I need to move it back. Because he was like, you worried about the numbers. He was like, but I'm worried about the right people receiving the message at the right time. And so I said, okay, Lord. I said, well, I'm gonna just keep it like it is, because understand what he had to do for me. He had to put me in a position to gain the knowledge and the wisdom and the understanding to be able to come and teach some people the truth that he's trying to get people to understand. Does that make sense? And so I didn't understand. So the Lord said, I have to be planted deeply. I have to be rooted in what he's asking me to do. So therefore, every morning when I get up, I'm studying, so I can come on here and say, hey, y'all, God gave me this seed today. I'm going to give it to you, but it's up to you what you're going to do with it. Because one of my things to the Lord was, Daddy, I be feeling like I'm rushing. And he said, that's because you ain't spending enough time with me. And in order for you to be a teacher, come on, God, in order for you to be a teacher of the word, in order for you to be a teacher of what I'm trying to do in the earth, in order for you to be a teacher of the kingdom, you have to first understand it. So he sent me to schools, because basically I told the Lord that this morning. I said, Dad, I feel like I'm in school, because literally this is one day, y'all. This is just this morning. So it's about, and all of this leads to harvest. God say, don't worry about the numbers. I'm trying to give you. He was like, you plant. He's like, he's trying to plant the seed, but you're getting ready to receive the harvest. So he's the seed, but you're going to receive the harvest. Does that make sense? So whatever you are doing in your life, whatever the Lord is giving you to do, baby, that is your seed. Okay. You just got to plant it, and you got to nurture it, and you got to water it. And I'm going to say it, and I'm going to keep saying it. Your faith is going to water your dreams. Your faith is the water that makes your dreams grow. Nothing, I don't care what we are trying to do, y'all, it's not going to grow without God. Come on, God, it ain't going to grow without God. It's not. It may grow, but then it's not. Let me take it back. Y'all right. It may grow, but it ain't going to flourish. Can somebody just say, I'm flourishing? Good morning, dear ones. I'm finna flourish in this new season. Remember, we've been talking a lot about elevation and transitioning and moving into new seasons. And one of the things that I pray for is like, God, I'm flourishing in this season. I'm flourishing in this season. I'm not just going to grow. I'm flourishing in this season. I'm going to grow. I'm going to flourish to so much where I'm going to be able to help other people. Can I just give a quick example of that? So here's me just 2 weeks ago, didn't even know how I was going to make the spirituality live happen, right? Insert God, because I say, well, God, if it's your will, have your way. If it's your will for me to do this, then have your way, because I don't know what to do. So he inserts people who know what to do, who know how to do what I don't know how to do, right? Can I just tell, can we talk about the seed again? Because listen, y'all. So I say, okay, Lord, I'm tracking. So he inserted the people who can help me make this happen. But not only that, it's also giving other people an opportunity to plant their own seeds. Because when you're doing stuff, you're not doing it just for you. You're doing it for other people. You're doing it so the other people can receive their harvest because of their seed. Come on, total. So when you think about your harvest, you don't harvest just for yourself. You harvest so that other people can receive the bounty of your harvest. So I hope that made sense. But it just further let me know, okay, I'm tracking, I'm moving in the right direction. That every move that I have made, I done checked it with God, like, Daddy, am I still in alignment? He like, yeah, we good. So that's how you know you're in alignment. So he keeps showing up and saying, just keep moving this way, just keep going that way, so you're moving in the right direction. This says many options, free will, adjacent possibilities, choices, freedom, Somebody gonna get free. I know I am. I love free is good. Can we just say free is good? Y'all tap the screen, share the live, share the love. You realize that freedom comes with harvest, or harvest comes with freedom. Thank y'all. Harvest comes with freedom. Like you don't, it's almost like what the freedom is the harvest. Child, you better say it. I'm gonna put that card up there. Harvest, abundance, bearing fruit, harvest, fertility, merriment, prosperity. We talking about how are we going to get the harvest, y'all? The more knowledge you have of how to receive it, the more that you can receive. That's the bottom line for what the Lord told me this morning. Come on, the thunderstorm. Y'all, I literally have seen the word thunder like 4 times in the last 24 hours. For me, thunder means revelation. Did I write it? I'm going to see, because I've seen it like 4 times just in the last. And that always means revelation for me, an epiphany, an idea. Is there a scripture about thunder and lightning or something? I don't know. Anyway, I have seen it like 4 times in the last 24 hours. So there's something unexpected coming. And I don't know where it's coming from, but there's something unexpected that's coming. This is like the tower. So this could be like a tower moment, but the tower is not always bad. For some of us, this is revelation about what God is getting ready to do in your life. Come on, royal lines. They go to crown again. Anyway, let me see. Power, destruction. This is an energy shift, conflict, booming, opportunity to overcome. So something unexpected is coming. I don't know what this is, but I receive it. For some, I feel like this is something, an unexpected opportunity for some of y'all. We're gonna clarify it and see, but I feel like this is an unexpected opportunity. What they just said, take note. So it feels like the Lord has taken notice of you and what you're doing. And maybe that's what he wanted me to confirm for you. Like maybe you think you and he ain't hearing you or seeing you or any of that, but he's like, no, I'm all the way there. He sees exactly what you're doing. Let's see what else. What power and authority? Look at the bottom of the deck, the curtain call. Didn't I just say somebody got an opportunity, a claim? Now this is a completely different deck, y'all. Now y'all know I pulled out a new deck because I said I was like I could use my decks, but I told y'all yesterday the deck doesn't matter. Okay, it's about the message. So the energy will be the same because what is coming has come on, God. What is coming hadn't happened yet. What is coming hasn't happened yet. They're saying like get prepared and get ready for it. Send forth lightning and scatter the enemy, shoot your arrows and rout them. I'm manifesting something big, everything. Child, listen. Acclaim, fame, recognition, parade, celebrity, admiration, applause, spotlight, appreciation, act, performance, like you're watching a movie. Somebody life finna be like a movie. The Lord finna put somebody in a season of elevation that other people are not going to believe. Why? Because you got him, because you put him as the foundation. The Lord gave y'all, let me just tell y'all. So y'all know that not Isaiah, Matthew 6:33 is my scripture, right? Can I tell y'all the scripture the Lord showed me that is really my scripture? I can't make it up. Listen at this, y'all. And listen at the number that it is. Isaiah 6:33 and 6. What is my personal number? 336. Hold on, can I read it? In that day, he will be your sure foundation, providing a rich store of salvation, wisdom, and knowledge. The fear of the Lord will be your treasure. I say, wait a minute, what Lord? He sent me to Isaiah 33:6. I say, but that's my number, Lord. You know me, Matthew 6:33 was how he was like, that's what you're gonna start teaching. He said, but your scripture is 33:6. I say, what, Lord? Okay. So it's gonna be for some of y'all, it's gonna be one of them kind of moments where the Lord just gonna be like, hey, I got a very direct message for you. He speaks to me a lot through numbers, as y'all can tell. That's all you need. That's a little something. I sowed a seed today, y'all. I don't have a lot of money, right? I'm not, and I don't even want to say that because I'm abundant. Let me take that back. Let's get in the flow of abundance. I want everybody in here to drop this in the chat. I'm wealthy beyond measure. The Lord, thank you. I know that it, well, we was getting our lives and our spirituals in order. Because he said what we gonna stop doing is claiming broke energy. We not gonna say what we don't have. We're gonna start the week because get this, remember, Kingdom Club, Kingdom Kid. He said, don't you? He said, if you trying to say what you don't have, and this my fault, if you saying what you don't have, then that means that you can't be in the kingdom if you talking about what you don't have. You right, Lord. I have everything that I need. I have everything that I want, everything that I need. And so he says, stop talking about what you don't have, because when you in the kingdom, you have everything. Everything. Come on, dynamite. Somebody finna blow up. Listen, this thing got good. Y'all like tap the screen. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. I put them cards way over there. Somebody finna blow up. Y'all, somebody finna blow up. Now, I don't know who message this is. Somebody finna blow up. I can't make this up. You may be in the public, the microphone. These are literally one on top of each other. Drop some dynamite in the chat. Y'all, listen. News, trending, somebody going viral. Your business, your service, you better claim it. Trending, broadcast, news, expression, current events, public speaking, communicate, social media, being heard. Listen at me. Somebody finna blow up. Dynamite and kerosene. I'm on fire. Why y'all juvenile? That's what y'all got from that. I'm on fire. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm back. If you new, welcome to the community. Listen, somebody finna blow up. It's like the fuse has been lit. Do y'all see the fuse has been lit? I want somebody. So I'm excited. And it's trapped, yeah, and it's trapped out Tuesday. Y'all know we turned up on Tuesdays. We be trapped out in this thing. Okay. Shout out Juvenile. Somebody, you ain't even know that little spark of the look, you got the kerosene behind it. The Lord, didn't I tell somebody the other day, the Lord finna light a fire up under somebody? He meant it and he meant it and he meant it and he gonna keep saying it. Somebody, you finna get the recognition you deserve. You finna get the wealth that you deserve. You finna say he finna put you in some rooms that you didn't think that you were qualified to be in. And it all starts with a seed. It all starts with a seed. It all starts with the knowledge and the wisdom. And not only that, let me just say this, because faith without works is dead. You got to get the knowledge and then you have to apply the knowledge. This is what I was getting ready to tell y'all, right? Come on, God. So resources, I'm like, Daddy, put me in the kingdom. Like I'm in the kingdom. How, I need access to the stuff that's in the kingdom, right? You know what I did today? I sowed a seed. I told the Lord, I said, I sowed a seed. Come on, Ace. I sowed a seed today. Because the Lord said I got to have something to work with. You look at that. He said it. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. If you got them in your chart, baby, you better know some. Team Leo, meant it. Okay. I sowed a seed today. And I'm here to tell, and I had to, and I don't even know how else to say this, y'all. You can believe in tithing or you cannot believe in tithing. But I am a believer in tithing. So I was getting ready to make a new cash app to start back paying my tithes, right? Shout out, drop it. If you a fire sign, you better represent in the chat. How about that? Because what? Team Leo meant it. Okay. So, and even if you ain't, you know a fire sign. So guess what? That's that blessed. Drop that in the chat. Even if you ain't a fire sign or got fire in your chart, you blessed by association. If you ain't and you want it, that's okay, because if you over here that look at all the fire signs, you blessed by association. You blessed because you're in the presence of. Come on, the fire. Come on, the fire of God. Didn't I say the number 2222? Let me see. I wasn't going to get the angel number. Y'all, I done got excited. We talking about money. We talking about harvest. Let me put that up there. I wasn't going to use the angel numbers deck today. But since we here, I wasn't going to use it. But I got, is it in, which one is in, y'all? It's in this one. The fire of God. High spiritual ranking, tapping into creative energy, the fire of God. I'm trying to tell somebody. You ever had, how do I explain that? Let me put these back. I don't know. We might pull the angel numbers back out again in a minute. Okay, listen. Because yes. The Lord say, if you just, I was gonna make a whole new cash app. Right. Let me finish my thought. Thank y'all. I was gonna make a whole nother cash app. The Lord said, I don't need you to make nothing else. I have given you everything that you need in order. And I'm gonna tell y'all the significance of this. Because I'm coming back to the number 2. I'm coming to 222 and 2222, right? So this morning, so I had created a new cash app for the message ministries, right? Which is clearly what the Lord is turning this into, the message ministries. Okay. Remember I told y'all yesterday he had already laid the foundation for it. Okay. I didn't know, this was like a year ago. Didn't know exactly what to do with it. He said, but do it anyway. Okay. So here I was going to start a whole new cash app, but I have the message ministries cash app. Now, mind you, that is the cash app that I pay my tithes into. But I created a new cash app. Somebody tried to tithe into the new cash app. So it failed because there were some verifications and stuff that I'm not able to do at this time. The Lord say, don't worry about that. Keep the message ministries cash app. And then he said, and go ahead and pay the tithe for the person who tried to tithe into the other cash app. Said, all right, because it failed 2 times. And I ended up tithing 222 into the message ministries cash app for that person. And then I tithed for myself 336. The Lord say, I don't need but a little bit to work with. People, this is my what I know is that we always want the Lord to open up our finances. But one of the things, and we're talking about money today, y'all, scared money don't get no money. I'm not going to say make no money. I'm going to say get no money. Why? Because we really don't have to worry about where the money is going to come from. If you show the Lord, and I'm not saying go give everything you got, but what I am saying is I know it to be a complete fact that if you trust in the Lord to give it back to you, he'll give you more than what you asked for. He'll give you more than what you asked for. So for some of you, you have done something and you didn't even realize that that was you sowing a seed. It could be something you purchased. It could be something you've given to. That's how you start opening the doors for money and resources. You're not sitting there storing it up. We're not storing it up. You're circulating the resources, you're circulating it and you're putting it back into the kingdom. Does that make sense? You're not trying to hold on to it. You putting it back and you're saying message and you're like, okay, Lord, I'm willing to put this in because do you realize what you're going to get out is so much bigger? And you're not doing it to get back, but you just know that the kingdom finance, come on, God, the kingdom finances itself. Does that make sense? You can't deplete God message. You can't deplete God of money. You cannot do, you cannot deplete your spiritual abundance bank. But if you ain't putting into your spiritual abundance bank, how are you going to get out of it? Because you can't deplete it. Remember, y'all, we want access. If you praying for resources, the Lord say, here's how. People have a misconception of tithing because you think, oh, it's making somebody else rich. You not tithing to make somebody else prosperous. You're tithing to make yourself prosperous, because that's your seed being planted and given back to the kingdom. So you can't never deplete God. This is depositing faith and withdrawing abundance. When they say plant, they say give plant a faith seed. Does that make sense? When you plant a faith seed, this is saying, Lord, I'm not afraid to give you this $1. I'm not. Do y'all know that I am not ashamed to tithe $1? I have tithed $1 because that was all I had to do. And do you know that I'm sitting here right now to tell you that the Lord gave it back to me multiplied? Because it was all I had to do. That's all. This all I got, Lord. And when I ain't have that to do, I give my time. And when I ain't time to what? The Lord. Daddy, I know you're going to bless me. So let me spend some more time with you so I have some more understanding. You're not tithing to receive. You're tithing to stay in the flow. You're giving to stay in the flow. And this is not just tithing. This is tithing into kingdom businesses, supporting people, giving to people who are in need, who don't have the things that you may have at the time. So this ain't just about paying tithes. This is about how can you help other people in the kingdom. I hope that made sense to somebody. Okay, next, I'm back. Listen, somebody finna blow up because you don't even realize that that seed that you planted is what opened up the flow of abundance for you. Does that make sense? Somebody finna receive it. The firecracker says excitement, passion, energetic, a catalyst for change. A firecracker, blast. Didn't I say something about unexpected? Like there's finna be something unexpected. There's going to be something unexpected. This can be an idea. For some of you, this is in regards to maybe your social media finna blow up. That remember me personally working with First Chronicles 4 and 10. Oh, that you would bless me and enlarge my territory. Some of you going to make one video, one podcast, one live, one something, and you finna blow up. Why? Because now you understand. Now you understand. You can't. Lord can't give you I receive this, and I'm receiving this for myself, because one thing that I'm bad about doing, that the Lord told me I got to stop doing. I got to stop. Yes, He uses me as a vessel, and I ask Him to remove me and allow me to be a clear and open channel of love, light, and healing energy for all who need to receive it. A vessel, right? But he said the reason I be blocking my own blessings, and this is for you. We talked about like being so humble that you block your own blessings because you start acting like the blessings ain't for you too. The Lord said, stop doing that. Stop acting like the blessings that He's given ain't for you. We know that you're humble. We know that ain't nothing you have is not coming from God. We understand that. So for whoever this message is for, stop acting like God's blessings and God's gifts don't belong to you as well. Because we know we're giving God the credit, but stop acting like you're not included. Drop that in the chat. I'm included. I'm included in the blessings. The Lord told me that very specifically. Stop acting like I'm not talking to you too. Yeah, I'm talking to you too. Even if you teaching other people. So you mean to tell me you gonna keep on saying that you ain't included? Well, then I'm gonna keep excluding you. And I said, you know what? You're right, Lord. I'm included. So y'all not gonna hear me say no more, oh, this is for y'all. The Lord says, so what about you? You just, oh, okay. Well, you keep on keeping yourself excluded, and let me go bless somebody else. Baby, you ain't got to tell me, but uno times. Meant it in my whole spirituals. You ain't got to tell me, but one time. You right, Lord. I'm included. Oh, I'm including myself in the blessings. And I meant that. So don't stop excluding yourself. The Lord knows that you're giving Him all the credit. He knows it. Because for some of us, that's how we've been excluding ourselves from the blessing, because we trying to be so humble. And the Lord knows that he knows that you're giving him the credit. Stop excluding yourself. Okay, what else? Because I received that. Kerosene. This talks about accelerate, ignite, aggressive, determined. Remember, we talking about vision. Let me tell y'all something the Lord gave me this morning. So next month, y'all gonna do it. We're gonna do a challenge. Come on, the castle. Let me and the little crew up under that. Look at the pearl, y'all. There's so much. This I just can't. Let me. I just can't. Cause see, they won't stop. Okay, listen. Y'all gonna do this challenge next month for the month of November. First of all, the keys to the kingdom. When I first pulled these cards out the other day, Sunday, this is the card that the Lord gave me, y'all. So we talked about this earlier at the beginning of October, and all it is scripture. It ain't nothing super fancy. The Lord said he only need a little bit. We're gonna do a vision challenge. Look, challenge butter. Literally, as I'm talking, y'all, that card said challenge butter. I can't make it up. It's a vision challenge. So remember, the iPop word of the week is vision. So we gonna be working with Habakkuk 2, 2, and 3. Writing the vision and making it plain next month. You're gonna need a notebook. You're gonna need something, or if you don't want to write it down, but I'm a firm believer that if you write stuff down, it makes it repetition. So we're going to be it's going to be like writing our vision. Why? Because we're going to start creating our life and asking God for the things we want to see coming up in 2025. You can believe or not believe, but when you start petitioning God, because that's the word he's been giving me, is petition, right? And I have a notebook, like I have a real simple one, but let me just show y'all. And let me see, where's it at, Lord? Some of y'all know this, some of you don't. When I first started working on my journals, I started using this journal, right? I created this journal, this affirmation and gratitude journal. So at first I wasn't using it, but over the past couple of days, what I've been using it for, and I actually have another one. I didn't keep this. I didn't keep doing it because I wasn't happy with it, right? And so I started creating the Hydrate Your Soul journal that's on my website after I created this. So I've started using this to just start writing down everything that I want. Anytime I think of something, I put it in this journal. And every day I find myself going back. You see what I wrote there? Write the vision. So I just started writing the things that I want. I just started writing, and the Lord started, when I start doing stuff, when it's for Touche Cosmetics, I write it down. If it's for 336 Tarot and Oracle, can I also tell y'all how I know this is like a vision board in writing? It's some stuff coming up. It's some stuff coming up, y'all, that I'm going to be telling y'all about that's coming into play real soon. But I can tell y'all this. Do y'all know that I know what my 11th Oracle deck is? I told y'all this yesterday. It's affirmations. It's the affirmation deck, the Hydrate Your Soul affirmation cards, right? I ain't even finished doing that. Y'all know what the Lord told me this morning? He gave me my 12th Oracle deck that I'll be completing. I just got it this morning, so I ain't even put it up on the website yet. You know what it is? And watch, I guarantee you somebody gonna say, wait, is it this or is it this? You know, in Ancestors, he said, no, that ain't it. My 12th Oracle deck is called Keys of the Kingdom. Didn't I tell y'all the Lord been showing me how to help people access the kingdom? That's all he has me studying. How do you access the things that God has promised us? So the 11th deck is affirmations, and the 12th, y'all, let me show you something. I can't make it up. I was going to name this something different today. Please tell me I wrote it. When I started journaling this morning, I'm sorry, hold on, I'll get back to what I was saying in a minute. When I started when I started asking the Lord what I was going to talk about today or yesterday, I was going to call this message something else. But as I continue to work and study this morning and prepare for it, I ended up changing the name of it, right, to a little something. This is my first journal page today, right? Do you see? Can y'all see the first thing that's written there? Can you see that? I was going to call this message "The Promise in the Mirror." Can y'all see that? I was going to call this "The Promise in the Mirror." And the first thing I saw when I first heard it yet last night, which is what I called it when I put it on the calendar, was "The Promise in the Mirror." Because God is getting ready to start reflecting back to you the things that you have access to. You ever look in a mirror and it's like, now I don't even know how to explain it. This is why I had to change it, because I didn't even have a full understanding of how to explain it this morning. And I was like, okay, let me just change it. So I went through a couple of different names. I was like, okay, all in my business. Y'all saw that. All in my business. I was like, okay, Lord, because at first I thought the scripture we were going through was like, didn't you know I was going to be in my father's house about my father's business? And so ultimately the Lord changed it to, no, I just need a little something to work with. But it was getting ready to be called a promise. The promise in the mirror. Okay, I just wanted to point that out. Okay, I forgot where I was, child. I had got excited about that. So let me come back over here. So we're getting ready to be examples of what kingdom life and living looks like. Drop that in the chat. I'm an example. I'm an example. The keys of the kingdom. Thank y'all. The keys of the kingdom. First thing I said was the keys to the kingdom. God said, no, the keys of the kingdom. I literally am listening to a message, and no sooner than I heard it, the message that I was listening to started talking about it. I say, okay, Lord, 66, I'm moving in the right direction. Because the problem is, y'all, especially, I don't care what, and today is prosperity clarity, but I don't care what it is. The problem is we don't know how to get access to what it is that God has already promised us. Y'all know I have this morning's message, a word in the wilderness, preparation for the promise. Now we have the keys of the kingdom. Because my thing is, Lord, I want to come on, design and build. I want to help people, and myself included, be able to access it. I don't want to just have it. I don't want to just know of it. How do we get it? And you're getting ready to be an example of that. Seeing clearly, self-aware, self-improvement, make comparisons, reflections, and the castle talks about recognition, position, because righteousness, right positioning. We finna get in position. Okay, we finna get in position. What's up under that? The crew. This is the right people. This is the right connections. This is the right networks. This is the right people, the right everything being put into the right people on your team. Okay, leadership, together as a unit, because you ain't gonna have to do this solo dolo. The master, the pearl, and the train. Come on, ride it. Okay, moving on, life's journeys, new endeavors. We on, this is like the chariot. We going that way, and that way to abundance, that way to harvest, that way to prosperity. Because all of us, it feels like we've been in the waiting room, right, in the train station, waiting to board the train. Well, we getting all aboard. Come on, all aboard. Y'all are so foolish. All aboard. All aboard. The pearl is speaking to wisdom. There's a lot of cards out here, and I'm not trying to clarify all of them, but the pearl is speaking to the wisdom. Come on, swiftly, swift, fast, and in a hurry. I'm telling you, the quicker that we can start planting the seeds, doing something with the wisdom, doing something with the knowledge. As soon as I heard the Lord say, I only need a little bit to work with, you know what I did immediately? I went and planted a seed. He didn't have to tell me but one time. And I'm not telling you, listen, you ain't have to tell me but one time, Lord. One, you say you want me to open the flow of abundance just because I know that I'm trying to gain access. What did I tell y'all yesterday? I'm going in. I'm going in. I will not be the reason that I am not in the kingdom and that I'm not living the kingdom lifestyle. Didn't I say yesterday that this is not of the kingdom, Lord? So what do I need to do to make sure that I am living the kingdom the way I'm supposed to live with the king? He said, well, do this and do this and do this and do this. And then you're going to have access to the things that are already yours. Why? Because we are king. We in the kingdom. Okay, Lord, say less. Say less. Pioneer, the rings up under that, the blinders, cut on the cut, the cross. Anyway, what else, Lord? Because I can't make it up. Somebody's life is getting ready to be a reflection of what is already yours. But until we understand it, y'all, and again, money wise, until you understand it, scared money don't get no money. Because if you scared, then that means that you're not believing. Look at the Dukes of Hazzard's car. That means that you're not believing for the Lord to give it back to you. And he said you got to get back into the state of believing that he is abundant and money is money. He don't worry about money. What? Money? That's just gonna come to you. You ain't gonna have to ask for it. You don't have to beg for it. Y'all know I say this all the time. Check me in my spirituals, begging for a blessing. The Lord say, you ain't got to beg me for nothing. I'm trying to give you everything that you want. You ain't got to beg. You have to decree and declare. He started saying decree and declare and demand. That's what he told me yesterday. When you start to but the only way that you can receive that is if you have the knowledge and the wisdom and you understand how to access what you're asking for. You don't have to beg for it. The Lord said, why are you begging? Why are you? And that's it's so many things, but since we're focusing on money today, let me just say this. How you going to plant your seed? If you scared that the Lord is not going to replace what you have, then you're not going to be able to receive the blessings. You're just not. And I said, you right, Lord, because I understand I've been running scared. I've been like, well, this is all I got. And this is me the other day. I needed to invest in my business. There was something that I needed to get for my business. And I wasn't even willing because I was like, well, Lord, if I invest in this all I got. I'm not going to have any more. The Lord said, how are you operating and talking about serving me if you believe that if I give you something to invest in the business that you won't get it back? So this is for those of you who have a business and you scared to make the investment in your business. The Lord gave you the seed to plant. So that means what God pays for what God orders. He pays for what he orders. You ain't got to worry about is it going to be provided. He's going to give it to you. Thank you, dearest one. He's going to give it to you. He's going to pay for what he orders. I don't know what your seed is. Only you know. You got to take that up with Padre God, right? But he pays for what what he orders. And this is your contribution to the kingdom, if you will. Anyway, I hope that made sense. What else, Lord? I'm not using ClariTEA. I'm gonna use the ClariTEA is real, because why not? Y'all tap the screen, share the light, share the love, because it's enough of them out there. I don't want to use no more of them. Now, I just pulled these out. Then I say go the challenge. Let me go back to and look what's up under that. Read the fine print, the contracts. Told y'all that yesterday, right? So then I say so for 11 for next month. The whole purpose is to be writing down what you want the Lord. What are you petitioning the Lord for? What are you asking for? What is it that you want? What is it that the desires of your heart? Because he really wants us to have them. But it's not like you just going to get this just because you're asking for it, because you're not. How do you get it? Because you keep allowing him to give you knowledge and wisdom, because you keep seeking him. Seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. So the Lord is like, okay, so you want some stuff, and we're not talking about the things, we're talking about the knowledge. So as you come on 443, as you continue to seek the knowledge, the things are going to be added. So the Lord does want to know the things that you want, but you don't have to worry about how you're going to get them. You just need to start writing the things down. Write the vision for what you want to see. Write the things down that you want to have, so you don't forget. The things that you want are going to change. You're not going to stop asking for stuff, which is why I had to start using that journal, because you ain't going to stop asking. But you may want more things, or something that you want, you may decide you no longer want that. You may want an upgrade of it. It's like me having Gigi on my phone. I'm not going to stop asking for Gigi until I get her. And it's scripting. That's all it is scripting. But a lot of us, we know this stuff, but we just don't do it. Commitment is up under that, and do you trust me up under that? And I haven't shuffled yet, but I'm finna shuffle. So this says Archangel Sandalphon. This is your prayers being taken. This Archangel Sandalphon collects our prayers and wishes and delivers them to God. Do y'all see that at the bottom of the deck? You see that there are journals on this card. The journal that was just on here. Messenger between people and the divine, stability, prayer, music, manifestation. Oh my gosh. Once human as the prophet Elijah. What did I just tell y'all that the Lord sent? What were we just talking about? Weren't we just talking about Elijah? Now, I had no intentions. I don't never know what cards we're going to use until I come up here. We're not just talking about Elijah and the woman with the oil. Once human as the prophet Elijah. Contracts, commitment, right? I know people be thinking I make this stuff up. I can't make it up. I wouldn't even want to. I can't make it up, right? Soul contracts, new opportunities, binding agreements, read the fine print. Okay. And then the card up under that was, do you trust me? And I'm finna shuffle. This says God, divine guidance, intuitive feelings, and your inner compass. And child, listen, do you trust the Lord to move you and point you in the right direction? Do you trust that you are going to receive the abundance? Now look, y'all. Now look. On the cut. On the cut. If you know me, if you have been on here, then you know that this is the God card in the deck. What's up under it? Do you see it? Do you see it? I can't make it up. A bright future visionary. He only needs a little bit. He only needs a little bit to work with. Write the vision. Then I say vision, right? We're doing write the vision next month. I don't know. And you don't need to tell nobody what the vision is that the Lord gives to you. And I don't which part. I'm gonna tell y'all an explanation that I got about the voice of God the other day. Has anybody ever said, I wonder if God's talking to me? Have you ever felt like like God wasn't talking to you? Look, who it might. You never know. It just might. That's why I say, let me just shuffle it. Let me just shuffle. You ever felt like the Lord wasn't saying what you wasn't hearing from him? I heard an explanation of the other day about the voice of God that I had never heard before, but it just gave me, I was just like, wow, probably the best explanation I've ever heard. When people be like, so the Lord said, the Lord told me, the Spirit of the Lord said, y'all know what they said that the voice of God is an idea. You ever had just an idea of something whispered through your spirituals? The voice of God is an idea, a thought. I said, huh. I said, man, that make a lot of sense. Makes sense. But God is always going to give you a thought. This is how you know the difference. Because God is always going to give you something that's nurturing or compassionate, an idea, something. It's never going to be something that's going to tell you to do something wrong. It's never going to be something that tells you something bad or makes you feel negative about yourself. It's always going to be something positive. How do you know the difference between the enemy and, or even yourself and God's voice? Because God will never down talk you. He will never make you feel bad. He will never low rate you. It will never, he'll never make you feel unloved or unworthy or try to make you miserable. That's how you know the difference. If it's something that gives, if it's a thought or an idea that makes you start feeling bad or puts you in your spirituals or something like that, that ain't God. But something that's like, hey, you should try this, right? Hey, it's something that's, hey, you should go do this, even if it sounds crazy. Most of the time, the stuff God tell you to do is not gonna sound sane, because His ways are higher than our ways, His thoughts higher than our thoughts, right? I don't know who needed that, but maybe that'll help. Because I receive it. I say, okay, let me pay attention to that. Let me see what else God is gonna say. Now look. Now look now. I'm not the only person who is intuitively tapped in over here. I am not the only person that's connected with God. The Lord said, well, if you want to see it, He said what He said. He meant what He said. Because He is who He is. Easily and effortlessly. Understanding the assignment. Let me put this up. Because when you understand your assignment, when you know that God is using you to do a very specific thing, He's always going to show up. He's always going to be like, yep, I said it. Yep, I meant it. Yep, that's it. Yep, yep, yep. It's always going to be a yes, because nothing that I'm doing is of my own. I don't have any power or control to be able to do this. I got to let God do it. Drop that in the chat. I'm going to let God do it. This, y'all, I kid y'all not. I've been telling, because me being under the weather, I'd be like, man, daddy, I'm a little tired. My energy be a little off, right? And I'd be like, Dad, I don't want to come up here and give the message and people not feel like I'm not in the same energy. I really am, y'all. But I don't, because God said, you ain't even doing this on your own strength. And so all week, I'm just telling y'all, as I'm not feeling well, I'm just like, man, I'm going to let God do it. So please don't think that there's anything wrong with me. I just don't feel the best. But God say, don't worry, I got it. He said, don't. So when you understand your assignment, even me being under the weather, I just say, well, Lord, I'm just have to let you give me the strength to do what He's asking me to do this week, right? And that's why Him showing up, I'm just like, man, thank you, Lord. Like, it's easy, it's effortless, it's you being able to, I don't know who this message is for. You ain't got to do it on your own strength. Like He is the strength. He has everything that you need in order to make sure that you're going to get the job done. When you understand your assignment, it's easy, it's effortless. Connecting with God, being obedient, being in the flow, synchronicities, going after your dreams. Obedience is better than sacrifice. Sometimes you ain't got to do nothing but show up. Me, that all I got this week is show up. Like, that's all I got in my spirituals is show up. He said, okay, that's enough. All I need is a little something to work with. If it's cool, I just heard Maxwell, then we can do a little something, something. Okay, I'm back. I don't know who needs that. Sometimes all you can do is just show up, is just keep showing up. That's why whatever the Lord has you working on, I know that you're tired and it may feel like, we talked about that, the seeds that you're planting, like it's not working. But the Lord is like, listen, do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? If you know who God is, and you know that if he gives you a seed to plant, then you know it's going to be successful. So sometimes you just got to keep showing up. You got to keep showing up. You got to keep trusting. You got to keep moving in that direction. You got to keep believing. But then I just tell y'all that I was like, well, Lord, I might need to go back to 7. The Lord said, He said, I told you to move to 9, and that's where you got to go. He said, don't worry about me. This is me being completely honest, y'all. Like I can't not do what God is telling me to do, and I can't not speak God's truth. He said, I'm the one who's going to determine who's going to receive this message. He said, you ain't got to do nothing but show up, because the people who need the message are going to receive the message, and the numbers ain't up to you. The numbers ain't up to you. The people who receive the message ain't up to me. It's up to him. He said, I just need you to keep showing up and trust that I'm going to do exactly what I need to do. Sometimes, whoever this message is for, sometimes when we are so focused on, you can get focused on the metrics, the numbers, man, the followers, God don't care about none of that. I tell people all the time, don't follow me, follow God. If you follow me, then that means you're following God. Why? Because I'm not doing anything that God is not giving me permission to do, or saying anything that God is not giving me permission to say. I wouldn't know all of this stuff. I'm smart, but I ain't that smart. Whatever the Lord is, he's like, listen, even if maybe you don't have all the customers or clientele you want yet, but he's giving you the wisdom to open up the abundance so that the clients will come. This is my message too, so that the people will come, because he's getting ready to make people a believer through you. Does that make sense? You are becoming a seed in somebody's life. Your business, your service, your product is becoming a seed in someone's life. Because I guarantee you, if you over here, you got this is kingdom business. Drop that in the chat. This kingdom business. We doing kingdom work. This is so much, whatever your assignment is. Where's the assignment card? Whatever your assignment is, it's not even under your direction and control. This is under the Lord's direction and control. That's why you have to know it's going to be successful, because you're not even in control of it. The Lord is. It's kingdom business. So once you can adopt that mindset that what you're doing is kingdom business, it's going to work, because it's a representation of God working in your life. That's the seed that the Lord has been planting for me all day. This is a kingdom assignment. When you understand that it's bigger than what you can even think, like if you want to reach the millions, the nations, then if you want to be worldwide, then guess what? You gotta. This is who is this message for? If you ain't willing to, social media is how we reach the masses. If you got a business and you ain't on social media, then you're not doing what God has asked you to do. It's time. It's grow time. It's grow time. And I don't know who needs this. They got a little stern just a second there. But it's like, listen, y'all, we're not playing small none. Can we just say that? We're not playing small none 2025. This kingdom work. Come on, spirit and glam. This kingdom work. Who am I? Your BFF in spirit and glam. The Lord said it's bigger. Beauty, fashion, and faith in spirit and glam. We ain't playing small none 2025. That's why we're focused in November of 2024 on what we're going to manifest. We're not going to say hopefully, we're going to say what we're going to see in 2025. You would be surprised, because some of us are going to see some stuff in 2024. Does that make sense? You think you finna write some stuff down, you going to write your vision, and you think you ain't gonna get it till 2025, and that's when God come and be like, hold my crown. Hold my crown. Let me start showing you how I can bring stuff in immediately. Stuff you thought you was finna have to wait on, you're not even gonna have to wait. But the Lord said it's time for us to buckle down and start saying, like, what are we gonna focus on? What is the vision? What is the vision? All week we gonna talk about vision because we're preparing. Why? For November. That's why the message I didn't know, and I told I think I was telling my business manager this morning. I say I didn't understand because normally I let y'all choose the iPop word of the week. The Lord said, "Not this week. The word is vision." Okay, Lord. Why? Because we got to start getting prepared. Why? Because we ain't over here just doing nothing, y'all. We over here creating the life with God that we're supposed to be living. So when he gives you a vision, you got to write it down. When he tells you to do something, you got to write it down. You got to write it down so you know that it's going to come to pass. You can think something, the Lord can whisper something, he can speak to you, give you an idea, and it can be fleeting. But you ever had one of them moments, this me, oh, I got to write this down. I got notes where I just be like, Siri, Siri, write this, make a note. Why? Because the Lord is trying to make things start coming to pass in your life. This is not just my message, because otherwise he would have instructed me to give it. You're finna start seeing how the Lord can bring stuff into your life easily and effortlessly. Because it's gonna happen. It's already, for some of y'all, it's already happening. He'd be like, child of numbers. People want to go sit up and listen to negativity all day. I don't want to listen to that. I don't even want all down. I don't want to listen to that. I need to focus on my abundance. Some of you, you're getting ready to be so focused on creating your vision that you ain't gonna have time for nothing else. You ain't got time for nothing else. You're gonna be like, Y'all ever heard, like, you hear people say disappear for a minute and then you be overworking on yourself, building, growing. You finna be so busy with what God has given you to do that you ain't gonna have time to. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time to gossip. I ain't got time. I got to build. I got to grow. You're going to be around people who are on that. So come on. I got to build. I got to grow. I got to ascend. I got to level up. I got to move into this new season. I ain't got time to play around with you no more. I'm too busy trying to grow. I've been in this seed. Man, it's time for this seed to sprout. I ain't got time because can we say level up? I ain't got time for that. I can't do that right now because I got to make sure I get these ideas, do something with these ideas. The Lord, and I kid y'all not, I can show it to you in this journal. I wrote this morning that I was getting ready to call this come a little higher. Come a little higher. The Lord say, and I had to listen, I don't even know how to explain. Look what's up under it, y'all. The Lord say, I was getting ready to make the comment and say, everybody ain't ready to hear what the Lord is saying. You got to be okay if everybody, and me, I got to be okay with whoever don't receive it ain't going to receive it. But it's going to be some folks that going to see you level up and they going to be like, wait a minute, how? Well, you wasn't willing to listen to what the Spirit said to the church. What you say to the Spirit? I don't know. Some people ain't ready to listen, some people ain't ready to receive, and you gonna have to be okay with letting some people be right where they are while you leveling up. And some people ain't gonna understand that. That's okay. You get it. You have to understand later, but I ain't got time to go back and explain it. For some of you, this comes with that thirst and that hunger for understanding. This is where I'm at. Thirst and hunger and knowledge for understanding, because I really want people to be successful. So in order for me to talk to people about success, I have to understand success. I have to go learn from successful people so I can come back and be like, hey, y'all, because let's just be honest, y'all, there are some things that I could tell you to go listen to that you wouldn't even be ready for. But why is that? And there are things that people know that I'm not ready for. But my understanding is because the Lord has had me doing nothing but studying him, the kingdom, the laws, the understanding, getting to know him, understanding faith, being willing to take risks, doing all of these things. And some of us haven't done those certain steps. There's other steps that I haven't done yet. So he sends in the right people at the right time. So it's like, There are things that I'll hear that if you hear, you'd be like, what? I don't get it. But then the Lord will say, hey, you know how to simplify it and go tell somebody about it and put it on a level that they understand, because that's the seed that they're ready for. Does that make sense? But then it's one of those things where when you know more, you want to know more, and then you start being like, man, she owned to something, he owned to something, like this is making sense, and you start to want to know more. So you go down your own path of understanding for whatever the seed is that God is planting within you. The gift of God, the spirit of truth, the future, hearing in the spirit and being divinely guided. That's all this is for. It's not to be like, oh, Touche said, I don't want you hanging on every word I say. I want you to go read the Bible. I want you to go talk to God and be like, well, Daddy, I think I picked this. I think this is what I picked up from what she was putting down. I think this is what you were saying. Is this what you were saying? Is this for me? Only you gonna know that. I don't care if you go to church. I don't care who you listen to. If you hear something and you think it's from you for you, then you should be taking it back to God and be like, okay, Daddy, this what I heard. Is this what I need to receive? I don't care who you're getting the message from. You're not going to agree with everything that everybody says, and that's okay. You're not supposed to, because we all see through a different lens. We all see through our own levels of experience. So there's some things that I'll say that you won't understand because you didn't have that experience of going through that. And there's some things that I'll say that you don't agree with because you may have more experience with something than I do, or vice versa. There's some Bible scriptures that I can interpret that maybe you can't interpret, and vice versa. And so, but it's all based upon our level of understanding. The more time I spend with God, the more he makes me understand, and I'll be like, oh, y'all, I got something, so now I can tell y'all about this. And there's some things that I still have to learn about, and so you're gonna continue to learn. But always take it back to the Lord. Don't just trust somebody. Don't just trust my word for it. You come on, top notch. You got to have your own understanding. You got to have your own understanding. Don't just think you're supposed to just listen to somebody else and be like, that's all I need. No, no, no. Come on, harvest. No, because more often than not, the Lord, let me just tell somebody this. God is not gonna tell somebody else how to tell your blueprint for creating your harvest. Does that make sense? He's not gonna give my blueprint to you. You know, the only way that I'm able to start accessing the harvest is it says the angel of harvest, logic and attention to detail, perseverance, resilience, warmth, abundance, gratitude, and Virgo energy. You know, I think that's where people get messed up. You looking for somebody else to tell you how to create your harvest, but God ain't gonna give your plan to somebody else unless you don't do something with the plan, with the blueprint. He not gonna tell you how to help me build my business. He gave me the seed. He can't tell you how to tell me what I should put in my cards because they mine. Does that make sense? I don't know what other example to use right there. For a lot of us, we be looking, for whoever this is for, this is business. Like, God is making you a leader. He's putting you into a position of power and authority, right? So in order for you to be a leader, the only person that you should be, and this is if you understand it, there are some people who are always going to be followers. There are some people who are not meant to lead. I know I saw what she said. I'm tracking. But the thing about it is that's okay for them. But if you're a business owner, the Lord is putting somebody in a position where you're gonna have to call the shots. You're gonna have to make the decision. You're gonna have to be the final word. And the only word above yours is going to be the law. Is God, right? I don't know who needed that message, but he's not going to give somebody else the blueprint. He's going to give you the vision. And now he's getting ready to start helping, like adding addition, multiplication, right? Who's going to be able to, number one, harvest with you? Which part? Because they talking about, child, listen, it's some folks that's going to be a part of your harvest, but not everybody. Everybody ain't going to, no. It's almost like, come on, alpha, method. I don't know, child. Some of y'all, that's why these folks got to go. You got to get them out your field. Nah, not the field. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. We're not doing that. Now I'm finna go. That's it. I'm done. These last two, and I'm done for real. Then I pull out. Now I didn't put it back. Now I pulled out the number 2222. Right? The fire of God, Archangel Uriel. Let me just tell y'all, this is my personal archangel, and I just want y'all to see this last card. I'm done with the whole message. I'm done. That's it. That's all I got. That's it. That's it. Archangel Uriel, the fire of God, message. The angel of wisdom, illumination, clarity, insight, understanding, inspiration, creativity, development of intuitive skills, motivation, and igniting your. Then we have the two cards. Where's the ignition? It's the remix to ignition. Hot and fresh out the kitchen. Mama rolling the body. Okay, I'm back. Just saying. Ignition. Then I say it's a fire. What the lady say? Oh my God, it's a fire. That's what I've just heard in my spirituals. Okay. Ignition. I didn't put the 22. It ain't far. I don't even know what I did with the card, Lord. I don't even think. I think it's probably in this deck. I done probably mixed the cards up and everything, Lord. I don't know. Probably. Oh well. I did. Oh my God, it's a fire. Let me just pull this out real quick. The fire of God. We talked about the fire signs already. We talked about 2222. Archangel Uriel, if you don't believe me, go look it up in Strong's Concordance. The number 2222 literally means the fire of God. You don't have, and it means Archangel Uriel. That's why I have it on here. Okay. This is my personal archangel of creativity. What seed you gonna plant today? What seed are you gonna plant today? Right? Ignite your inner light. And then this last card was the vision. The angel of this is Archangel Jeremiah, God's mercy, the angel of vision and dreams, clairvoyant gifts, evaluating life decisions, divine inspiration, making the right decisions, life review after transition. Right? What is the vision that the Lord is giving you? We're going to light a fire up under it. We're going to make it happen. That's it. That's all I got. Somebody finna plant a seed today. You finna sow a seed today. And I'm not talking about a seed into me. I'm talking about a seed into your vision, into your vision, into your dream, into your creativity. A seed. The wisdom to create wealth, because that's what I pray for. You don't have to pray for the money. The money's already yours. We are learning, thank y'all. Which way? We are going to be learning how to access our spiritual and physical abundance bank. Thank you, Lord. I received that. That's the best way I know how to put it. The Lord is giving me an assignment, and I don't know how long this assignment is going to last. But one thing the Lord has been talking to me a lot about is we praying and praying and praying and praying and praying, and we're not seeing and seeing and seeing and seeing and seeing. Anybody keep praying, you keep asking, you keep praying, and you're not seeing. Me, God, I'm praying, I'm asking, I'm not seeing. I need to see some stuff. I probably said a cuss word, but he know my heart. I need to see some stuff on earth as it is in heaven. Me, the Lord, well, let me show you how to get it. Okay, Lord. So here I am studying all morning. I'm studying so that you don't have to, but you should want to. But I'm studying so that I can come back and say, hey, y'all, this what Daddy said. Daddy said, this is how, come on, the spirit of truth. Come on, your value just went up. Make me believe it. Daddy, how I help the people in them get some stuff. We want some stuff and we not seeing the stuff. And you said we were supposed to have it. So how we get it? How we get it? Rapidly. Come on, rapidly. We want to see some stuff rapidly begin to happen in our lives. So whenever the Lord say, well, this how, okay, well, I'm gonna go tell the people now. That's my whole job. It's my whole job. Daddy, we want access. We want the stuff of the kingdom. How we get it? He say, here you go. When the spirit of truth comes, he will not speak on his own. He will tell you, he will not tell you what to tell you, he will tell you about the future, right? He will guide you into all truth. He will not speak on his own, but will tell you what he has heard. He will tell you about the future. Okay, Lord. Your value just went up. Diamond, that's clarity. And then in alignment with the assignment, I'm going to put the cards up because I'm done with that. Because, he'll keep talking and so will I. The wisdom to create wealth back on the cut. So let me just read it. Reading the Bible. I'm putting them upside down because I'm not going to look at now another card. Reading. Do y'all see number one? Me, Daddy, we've been doing Bible clarity. Why are we reading the Bible? This says reading the Bible on the wisdom to create wealth. Why are we reading the Bible? So that you can understand. So you know how to access stuff. Daddy, all I'm doing is really just come. I was like, Daddy, you really want me to just come up here and read the Bible? He said, yep, sure do. And he said, when you read, after you read it that time, guess what? You're going to read it again. What? Okay, Lord. Reading the Bible, meditation, brainstorming, experimenting with possibilities. That's what this card says. Remember I said, Daddy, do we need to meditate? Remember I started off with that. I say, Daddy, do I need to do the meditation? He said, no. Because if he's not going to force you to come to him. Does that make sense to anybody? The Lord ain't go. You want a beautiful life? I'm finna go. You want a beautiful life? He's not finna force you to come to him. Your prayer is personal. Your prayer is private. He said, if you got to force somebody to come and find me, they're not ready for me. Can we just drop this in the chat? I'm ready. I'm ready. He said, if you got to force somebody to come and find me, then they're not looking for me. I'm looking. You ain't got to force me. The Lord say, change the time so you can study. Done. I'm ready. Because why? Because I've been without too much for too long. And I can't keep going without. So when you are tired, y'all ever heard sick and tired of being sick and tired? When you sick and tired of being sick and tired of a situation, ain't you gonna go try to find the answer? I am. I'm sick and tired of being in the position that I'm in, Lord. So show me how to fix it. He said, okay. He said, but he didn't have to force me to do it. He didn't have to force me to go search for him. I chose that. And the more that I seek, the more I find. The more I seek, the more I receive. The more I seek, the more I understand. He said, that's the answer. But if you got to force somebody to spend time with God, then you're not looking for him. So he said, nope, you're not finna do meditation. You're finna go read the Bible and you're gonna give the message. Okay. Let them come and pray on their own. Let them come pray on their own. I said, I receive it, Lord. So that's why we're not doing what? Meditation. He said, let them come pray by themselves. Look, crown me. I'm done. I'm really done. Let them come pray by themselves. Let them come find me by themselves, and then I'll reveal the secrets. The secret of God. Let them come ask me, and I'll give them the secret. Okay. Let me make you a believer. Let me put them up. People thought I didn't create these on my own, y'all. The Lord gave me every card. I worked with Archangel Uriel in order to create this deck, just like every one of my decks. I couldn't have come up with this on my own. I'm smart. I'm finna go. This it. Logging off right now. This the last card, and I meant it when I said it, and I'm gone. I'm done. I'm done. What'd you say? Habakkuk 2, 2, and 3. Okay. I'm putting them up. Where the other ones at, Lord? Because what I'm not finna do. That's all I got. That's it. That's it, y'all. That's all I got. I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to go write my answers plainly on tablets so that a runner can carry the correct message to others. This vision is for a future time. It describes the end, and it will be fulfilled. If it seems slow in coming, wait patiently, for it will surely take place. It will not be delayed. That's it. That's all I got. I don't even know what to say. I really don't. Sometimes the Lord be like that, right? Where you really just can't even. Man, I'm grateful. I would say, man, I'm grateful because I feel like the Lord, you know, he keeps expanding and enlarging this gift to show people that he can do what he wants to do. And I'm grateful that he uses me to be a messenger and a vessel of his love and his light and his healing energy. And I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful. That's all I got. Because it's just stuff that the Lord does that you just can't make up. You can't make it up. Nope, I'm not pulling no more cards. Because, baby, when he said what he said, and he meant it. And that's that on that. That's all I got, y'all. He's definitely listening. He's definitely listening. You know, I just saw the star card. He's listening, y'all. That is. Just in case you missed it. I know I said it, didn't it? I don't know. I guess he just, Dad could do whatever he want to do. I said I wasn't looking and pulling no more. I'm finna pull him up. I'm putting him up right now. Whoop, done. Done. He said, just let me show you one last time. He said, put the razzle dazzle on it just so you understand that I said what I said, and he meant it, and that's that on that. Lord, I hope this helps somebody. Go plant a seed today. Okay, this is what I would tell you, to go and plant a seed today. I'm again, I am not exempt from this. I say, Lord, how do I get in the flow? Just drop that in the chat. I'm getting in the flow. I'm getting in the flow. I am doing what needs to be done because I will not be excluded anymore. I will not be excluded anymore. Thank you so much for the blessings, dearest one. I will not be excluded. I've been outside too long. I will not be excluded from the benefits, from the blessings, from the rights, from the gifts. I will not be excluded from my inheritance anymore. And so I kid y'all not, y'all. I told the Lord this. I say, man, like yesterday, I'd be so excited to share some of this stuff. Thank you so much for the blessings, dearest one. Thank you so much. I'd be so excited to share it. And I told the Lord, I said, man, people, it's funny because sometimes we'll get tired of hearing stuff, but I don't get tired of listening, and I don't get tired of hearing it, because I just feel like I've been on the outside looking in for too long, and I'm going in. We said it yesterday, I'm going in. And so however the Lord wants to use me in order to help us get in, y'all, we going in, and that's it. Because I feel like that's the next step. That's the next level to our elevation. And because I'm not going to keep praying and not being heard. I'm not going to keep asking and not receiving what I want. So whenever the Lord shows me a step, I'm going to share it and be like, hey, I can't tell you what to do. But the more the more I go to him, the more I say, hey, Daddy, this is it. Like you said that I'm supposed to have this. I'm not, if it's not of the kingdom, I don't want it. So if I'm going to do the kingdom work, and I'm going to have the kingdom businesses, and I'm going to help people in the kingdom, then I need to know what I need to know in order to teach these things. So all day I spend my time just learning, so I can come tell y'all, hey, y'all, this is a step. Hey, y'all, do this. Hey, I can't make you do it, and I can't make you believe it, but I know it's opening up things for me. I know it's aligning me with the things that I'm submit to have in this season, because I know that there are things the Lord has given me a vision for the things that I'm supposed to have in my life. So I'm going to get it. And I'm going to get it, because because he wouldn't have shown it to me. He's not a God that he just going to show you something and just be like, oh, okay, he doesn't tempt us with a good time. Y'all ever heard that? Don't tempt me with a good time. We say that a lot in the South. He ain't trying to tempt you with a better life, with a better future, with a dream, with a possibility. He's not trying to tempt you with that. He's showing, if he spoke to your spirituals and told you and showed you that, that means that he's trying to prepare you for it. Prepare me, Lord. Send me on the way, because I got to go that way. So I just keep doing my very best to align with him. Which part? Last night I was praying, and I told the Lord, because you hear different people talk. And one thing that I said this to the Lord, certain people will say, you got to petition this way or pray this way or whatever this way. Let me just tell you what I believe, and you don't have to agree with me. And this just me. I believe that the Lord gives us an A for effort. He's got to give me, even though I may not be praying like other people, or saying the same things like other people, or doing the same things like other people, one thing I know is the Lord knows I'm trying. And so you'll hear people say, if you don't pray this way or pray that way, I feel like that puts shackles on people. I feel like that puts rules and stipulations on people. And I feel like if you start thinking that way, that's putting limits on God. And so I told the Lord last night, I say, people be like, you got to do this, that, and the third. But I know for a fact that even when I wasn't praying that way or doing things a certain way, the Lord's still been blessing me, because he knows that I'm trying to be in right relationship with him. You understand? It's not like I'm doing this and then I go out and live a completely different life. Like, no, what you see is what you get. I really am trying to be as right with the Lord as I can. And so I think, I've been hearing and like a lot about religion, and I don't do religiosity, none of that. I'm not on none of that. I don't want it to sound bad, but I don't care about none of that. I'm on God. I'm on God, and that's it. And I think, and what I do know is that religion limits us so much. And I knew this before the stuff that he has had me studying. I've said this multiple times. Religion is rules and regulations, and God don't have rules or regulations. He has things that he will give us principles. He will give us things that will help us to live a better life, but we're the one who put the rules and the shackles and the regulations, and that's what keeps us from the abundance. It's what keeps us from actually prospering the way that he has asked us to do, that he has made a way for us to do. And so that's why I further know that I may not pray like everybody else or say the same stuff that everybody else says, but everything that I've learned up until the point where the Lord sends another teacher to teach me something, I learned from God. This ain't come from no church. This ain't come from any understanding that I have. It's simply, this is what the Lord said. That is my whole foundation. It ain't this pastor, this bishop, this priest, this priestess, this nothing. Everything that I have learned thus far has come from, this is what God told me. This is what he said. And if he said it, then he meant it. And so I feel like for whoever this is for, sometimes people will make you feel like what you're doing is not of the Lord, but the Lord is the one who gives you the thing to do. Because all of us have an assignment to reach people and to help people and to expand people. And um, once he's ready for you to reach more people, then he will give you a bigger assignment. And I feel like a lot of us are stepping into bigger assignments. And so I receive that. Um, so don't think if it's crazy that God, just because it sounds crazy to other people, that God didn't give you permission to do it. He did. Because he's got to do things different because we need to reach some different people. Come on, delivered daily. Okay, so I hope that helps somebody. I don't know. Come on, 3 of Cups. That's it. Yeah. Cause we praying for it. And I tell you, we finna get it. I know I am. I'm finna get it. Cause I'm not gonna be on the outside no more. Not another further. And I meant that in my spirituals. Okay. That's it. That's all I got. Um, I didn't mention, let me mention, y'all don't forget about the 88 Lionsgate BYOB. I'm going to keep talking about it. Why? Because the Lord is giving more and more that's coming with it. And so make sure you get your ticket for the Spirituality and the BYOB Expo in Dallas on 8/8/2025. I'm getting ready to add the Keys of the Kingdom deck to my website for I'm going to try to have this one out by 12/12. Both of these, the ones that I'm working on now, are going to be pre-order, but this one is going to be scriptures, y'all. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be scriptures. Okay, the Keys of the Kingdom is going to be scriptures, and then there's a deck that's coming out that's only affirmation. So that's coming, so you'll be able to get those on pre-order. I'm going to do my very best to have the Keys of the Kingdom out by 12/12. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to do it because I already have the template for it. So it's going to be pretty easy, but it's going to be Keys of the Kingdom. I already know the premise for it. And so it's going to be how we get in, right? I haven't shared it, but yes, y'all, I did make the top 20 and the Fab over 40. So y'all make sure that y'all share, y'all go and drop a vote for me on the Fab over 40 competition. I'm be honest, y'all, I ain't been pushing it like I'm supposed to because I've just be so focused on other stuff, y'all. Like real talk. And that could be my fault. I don't know, but I'm so focused on what God has given me to do that I be taking my focus off of some other stuff. And so yes, y'all drop a vote for me. I did make it to the second round. The next cut, I think, is coming up on Halloween. So if I'm in the top 15, then I think I move forward. I got to do better. I didn't even record zodiacs this week. I didn't record horoscopes because I've been feeling under the weather. I'm going to try to get them done today simply because I need to get them done. So I'm going to try to record some today. But it won't be till later on. But so y'all drop a vote for Fab over 40. That video is pinned to my videos at the top of my videos, or whatever it's called. What else? I think that's all I had. The Spirituality, the new deck that's going to be coming out, Keys of the Kingdom, the Affirmation is Real deck. I named it. What did I name it? It's the Hydrate Your Soul affirmation cards. So that's going to be available. And then, of course, Touche Cosmetics is alive and well. So make sure you grab I got a matter of fact, for those of you who have ordered, let me just tell y'all the reason I've been waiting on supplies. I've been waiting on packaging as well. So I'm getting ready to go to my daughter's house so I can get the stuff that I have needed because I got to make some. And so y'all should be receiving those shortly. But I had to wait on supplies to come. So I finally have all of my supplies. They just got here yesterday or over the weekend or within the last couple of days. So I'll be sending out those orders for y'all here really soon. That's it. That's it. Tithing. I got to mention it. I do not ask for donations on my behalf. I don't ask for you to personally pour into me. But if you would like to tithe, you can tithe into the Message Ministries Cash App. The Message Ministries, plural, okay? MINISTRIES. The Message Ministries Cash App, okay? So $ the Message Ministries And you can pay your tithes into that. That's where I'm paying my tithes into. My hands are off of it. I'm not handling it. I'm not dealing with it. I thought we were going to be able to use, like I said, the other Cash App that I created, but we're not. So the Message Ministries Cash App, if you would like to begin paying your tithes, okay. Um, if you would like to sow a seed that way, because the Lord is just, he's doing what he's doing. He's doing what he's doing. So if you would like to start paying your tithes, you can tithe into the Message Ministries Cash App. It is not my personal Cash App. I'm going to put my link tree back, my link back in the bio, so that you will have everything there if you want to access anything instead of just having my website up there. I will put all of that information in my link that'll be in my bio. I'm getting ready to do that in just a second. And that's it. Okay. That's all I got. Lord, I hope this helps somebody. Y'all, hydrate your soul and things, drink your water, say your gratitude. Have a fantastic and an amazing day in purpose and on purpose. Thank y'all so much for the likes, the shares, the comments, the subscribes, the love, the energy. I'm so truly grateful. Thank y'all for helping me reach my goals. Um, I'm super excited, y'all, because God is really doing some great and amazing things. Which part? Before I go, okay, last thing, and then I'm done. Come on, wealth, I receive it. The other thing is somebody finna get ready to stop running from your dreams. The Lord is giving you a very specific direction that you're meant to go in. This is me. This that check me in my spirituals. I receive this. The Lord is saying you're coming to a point where you're getting ready to stop running from your dreams. You're getting ready to stop running from your purpose. Maybe you've been praying about your purpose, but not really understanding or maybe just afraid that you wouldn't be able to step into the shoes that the Lord is giving you to fill, but he's already made you ready for it. Now you just got to step into it and not be afraid of it. And I feel like even for me, that was one of the biggest things, because true story, y'all, like I love giving these messages, but I was like, Lord, I never really looked at this as a ministry, if that makes sense. I've never expected this to be a ministry. I've always just been like, oh, I'm just up here to give the messages. And the Lord said, no, you here to deliver these messages as a ministry. So I wasn't, this was not, and I feel like for to a degree I've been running from this, right? I've been running from, the Lord had already showed me what he wanted the message to be, but I had been running from it. Um And he said, we ain't running anymore. If the Lord has shown you your purpose, the other things are going to be added. Now, mind you, like I'll use myself in Touche Cosmetics as the example, right? Touche Cosmetics is something that's being added unto me. Why? Because I'm fulfilling my purpose as a messenger. And so, but the Lord had to make me realize that is not the purpose. The purpose is the message, and all these things will be added unto you. So for some of you, you're getting ready to just embrace your purpose and what it is that you are truly meant to do, like what you're called to do, and we're not going to run from it. And so the more I kept trying to run away from trying to make this into a ministry, if you will, I'm not calling myself a minister, but I am. Y'all know me. I just be like, man, I'm just here to tell people what God loves. Um, the more I try to run from it, the more he keeps pulling me back, right? God had you come back to grab my hand a little tighter with this message. I'm talking about what? Because yeah, he's not, because we're really in our wealth creation season. Come on, wealth creation. We're really in our wealth creation season message. And so he is aligning us with the things that we need in order to access the wealth of the kingdom. Um, but you're only going to receive that once you truly step into your purpose. I don't know who needed that message, and maybe it was just for me, but I just know that things are getting ready to pick up speed. Oh, I'm telling you right now, because you went from the knight to the king. Some of you, come on, guys. So we're going from knights to kings. I receive it. And then the king of swords, and then the king of cups, and then the emperor. I'm done. That's it. You can believe it or not believe it. Look, when the water bottle popped, this the thing. I'm getting ready to start. Let me just tell y'all, true story, right? We getting ready to do some hydrate your soul water bottles, coffee mug, coffee cups. A long time ago. I didn't want it. I didn't need it. I didn't want it. I didn't need it. I didn't want it. Need it. Want it. Need it. My bad. I'm back. Y'all heard it. Child, I found love on the lonely highway. Y'all, my phone be tripping, right? My phone be tripping. Okay, that was the whole child. We wasn't even talking about Jeff. Jeff. Y'all heard? Could y'all hear that? Y'all heard the song? Look, child, was that just the part that somebody needed in their spirituals? Y'all, that's, you know what? That is so funny because I wasn't even trying to do that. I don't even know why I did it. But anyway, y'all could heard it. Y'all heard it. Somebody told me if y'all heard that song. Child, I cannot with the Lord right now. Anyway, okay. Y'all, I could play music. Y'all, I could do that on TikTok. Somebody find out. I'm not gonna get banned, is it? Well, anyway, I'm back. I don't even remember what I was saying, child. I just started finding love on the lonely highway. Anyway, I'm back. I can play music. I won't get banned. Shut the front dang on door. Y'all ain't telling the whole truth. Y'all telling a story. Why y'all ain't tell me? I can play whatever music I want to, cause baby, I got a whole trapped up tarot. Oh, why y'all ain't say nothing? Why y'all ain't told me? Charlie, y'all mean look at them people. Somebody finna get some stuff together in their house and you finna go donate some stuff. That's gonna open the floor of abundance for you. I'm just telling somebody in case you were wondering, somebody getting ready to move. And what you gonna do, don't sell, you're not gonna sell some of the stuff you might be able to sell, but you're gonna end up donating a whole lot of stuff. There's like two, it might be two of y'all. There's like two different people I done seen come and donate at the donation center here today. So if the Lord is getting ready to, for some of y'all, this is how you're gonna start opening up the flow of abundance is you gonna donate some stuff. Go give some stuff away. That really help you start opening up some stuff. Okay. So anyway, okay, I'm back. I didn't know you could play music. So go donate some stuff and that's gonna be your preparation as well to let the Lord know that you really gonna make the move that He's asking you to make. I had to do that in 2023 message. You gonna start donating some stuff. Yeah, you're gonna start. That's gonna have to be how you like, okay, Lord, I'm really ready for you to help me make this next move. Open up the flow and go get some stuff away. Okay, I'm back. Look, the fool, telling you, the Knight of Wands up under that, trying to told you, and the Empress up under anyway. So I said that was it for that. And look, and then on the cut, the house, telling y'all, we receive it, Lord. I ain't even got nothing to give away, y'all. This my honey wanted card. I got to send you his card too. This my honey wanted card. It is. And then the Ace of Wands on the cut. So anyway, for some of y'all, the Lord, look, they go to King of Wands too. Yep, it's a move. Okay, I'm back. Anyway, that's another way for you to get in the flow. The more you give, the more you get. And we're not giving to get, but the more you give, the more you get, right? So just remember that because some of y'all, that's gonna be the thing that helps you move forward. Okay, helps you move forward. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune. So what else? What I was talking about, y'all? I don't even remember. I done lost it. Okay, I'm back. That's it. That's all I got. I don't know. Child, I don't remember. I done got sidetracked. I know we finna be wealthy though. We finna tap into this wealth. So I'm gonna go do some more studying and I'm gonna go learn what the Lord want me to learn. If you ain't got a Bible, get you a Bible because let me just tell y'all, I'm gonna be sharing this stuff because it's not supposed to be just for me, but the stuff that the Lord allows me to share, I'm gonna share it. But we all supposed to know it because all supposed to be wealthy. But everybody, that's why it ain't but 1%. That's Love on the Lonely Highway by Jeff Floyd. That's I found love on the lonely highway. I don't know, something like that. But it's by Jeff Floyd. That's the name of that song. He said, I wasn't looking for love. Look at there go the grapes again. Look, and justice. Okay, that's it. Yeah, that's the name of that song, child. That's one of them old school. You be in the what's it called, in the hole in the wall clubs. Y'all know I'm from Alabama, and we be in there. They begin there swinging out to that song, child. They getting it, swinging out. Anyway, that's it. That's all I got. Um. Oh, that's what it was. Running from purpose. Okay, I'm back. Listen, somebody finna stop running from your purpose. And as soon as you just accept and be like, okay, Lord, I'm gonna do the right thing. I'm gonna do what I know I'm called to do and stop trying to, and you ain't gonna do it. Come on, Sherlock. The key. Listen, I'm telling you, you ain't, as soon as you figure it out, because that's what I just heard when I saw Sherlock. As soon as you figure it out, it's like that's gonna open up something for you as well, because you're just gonna be like, that's the key. That's one of the keys that is gonna open up the kingdom for you. The key, a lot of us, I heard it today. Come on, the good news. What is the good news? The kingdom. Repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand, is near, has come. However you want to say that. That's actually in the Bible, right? This does this card say it? I need to go add it. Good news. No, I'm gonna go add it though. Anyway, I'm back. As soon as you stop running from your purpose, it's going to open up some things for you. So we're not going to run no more. Not the Gap Band, child. I just heard running. That's my song too. It's in the angel number deck. Okay, thank you, honey. One. Oh, the kingdom of God. On what number? It's in the angel numbers deck. What number is on? The good news. Oh, Matthew 3:2. Okay, okay. Thank you. Yeah, child. Anyway, I don't be remember. I'm glad you remember, because I sure ain't remember it. Anyway, that's it. Go step into purpose today. Go have a great and amazing day. Do great and amazing things. Um, Whatever that thing is that God just said in your spirituals, like, yep, that's it. That's the thing that you're gonna be working on. For me, it's the same the thing that I'm very focused on. Child, well, let me go read the Bible and listen to some messages and talk to the Lord some more, so I can talk to y'all some more about it. So we all go, I'm going in, all in, okay, on the vision. So that's it. Go be great and amazing. I will see y'all tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thank you, dearest one. Appreciate you. Love y'all. If you're not in the Discord community, it is free. You can find it under, I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna change the name of it. It's not gonna be TU anymore. I love that, but I guess it kind of is. Is it still TU? Child, I got a whole nother name for it. Anyway, I'm gonna see what y'all think about it. Y'all can tell me about it. I love y'all in real life. So says the Lord. I love y'all. Look, 5 5 up under that. 5 5 6. Okay, that's it. I'm done. I'm not gonna pull no more cards. I love y'all in real life. I will see y'all in the